My name is Jeremy, and this is my beautiful bride, Melinda. We are the Metz family. We've been married for nearly 14 years in a row, I might add. And we have two young girls, not so young anymore, about 9 and 12 years old now.
Well, we have our mornings usually together. We both are morning people. And so I would say we both get up early and kind of have our quiet time. We make coffee, and we don't really talk a ton, but we'll be like reading or just kind of hanging out in the mornings. And then, after work, we'll have some time together.
With children, it's rather difficult to find as much quality time as you would like to spend with your spouse, but we do our best to try to carve out specific times throughout the day, each week, as well as extended time over the weekends. So we ideally will carve out a little bit of time in the morning.
We try to have date nights as much as we can. We're actually pretty good about having our date time. Like, we both value that. I think both of our love languages are really time, and well, at least mine is for sure. And I think he does a really good job of making sure that need for me is met. And so I think, we are very blessed because we have family members that help watch our children, like overnights or just for us to go to dinner. But we do make that a priority.
We do.
In our marriage.
So it's typically something we'll do a couple nights a week or a couple nights a month. Date night usually consists of a dinner reservation, going out, finding somewhere to walk afterward.
Yeah, kind of hanging out.
Usually
Usually ice cream's involved or some sort of treat. It's like go through the grocery store and get tons of ice cream.
We were married for a little more than a year, actually just shy of a year when we found out that we were having our first child.
Yes. But we dated for 5 years?
We dated for about 5 years.
Yeah, prior to getting married. We were engaged for a year and then got married. And then, yeah. I think in relation to that, I think Jeremy and I have a lot of similarities. We met at a concert, okay? So we both love music. We both love to go to concerts. We both love that kind of excitement of looking forward to something. And we go to 5 concerts, 6 concerts in a summer or a year, essentially. And so I think we do a good job at having something to look forward to. And I think that is positive because, the mundane day in and day out life can be so stressful sometimes. And so it's nice to be it's 2 weeks away,
Another thing that we look forward to are Saturdays. Again, our girls are older now that we've mentioned, and we find opportunities to go get jogs together, go out, be in nature, go on a hike, and it really allows us to open up and connect. And not many words even need to be said, but just being in each other's presence is comforting and speaks volumes without even many words being said.
One of the biggest challenges in our marriage has been Jeremy and I both grew up in totally different homes. He grew up in a broken home and oldest of 5+ children and was, very just a different life than I had growing up. And so I think, like anybody in any marriage, I think my lifestyle was different. And then we have this merge together, and the way Jeremy responds to things sometimes is way different than how I would respond to things. And so I think knowing that about him, whether it's disciplining a child, he's maybe a little more tough, and that could be a man thing too. I'm more emotional, but I have to sometimes step back and bite my tongue when I'm okay. But then again, I know he's doing it out of love, and that's his role as the husband and the father. So I think those are...
Yeah, but again, emotions. Guys don't have emotions, right? Really? We don't have... No, but I do feel that we were created differently in God's image and for a reason. But I do think maybe it's more of a modern man where you don't show much emotion. You don't want to look like you're shaken and rattled. You want to seem like you're under control and composed the entire time. The advice I would have given to myself early on, looking back on it now, would be to be more of a listener. She'd come to me with an issue, and I would quickly try to solve the problem for her, and she would quickly stop me and say, "I just want you to listen. Don't try to solve everything. Just listen." So,
Very true.
if work on the listening skills more is what I would have told myself early on.
Well, and I think too, I tell myself like timing is everything. When your husband gets home from work, it's not the time to like drop like, I don't know, I crashed the car or something, like he just waited about 10 minutes sometimes, like let the guy get some dinner or something. I don't know. I feel like that's something, timing as far as like what we talk about too. I think those are important things. But yes, definitely maybe just let the guy cool off. Give and take, for sure, give and take. I mean, I think sometimes, whether it's being intimate or being just in life, sometimes it's not all about me, even though selfishly we want it to be. I think, what else would you say?
Well, really, being Christians, in my opinion, the secret sauce is really having a relationship with God that's centered around God, with Him as our focal point, and allows us to grow and mature in our walk and our faith, and we do that as a couple. It's that alone is probably the biggest key and component in our lives and where we are finding success.
Making God a priority, for sure.
Yeah.
Invest in your marriage to make it the best it can be. Attend the PCC Mastering Marriage Conference online. For more information and to get on our conference email list, go to pacificcoastchurch.org/masteringmarriage.